eyes open wide. I want to see what's unlocked.
It was just a lot of work. Well, one time I was trying to get him to sort of compliment himself, and I said, Dad, you know, you're just doing a lot of work for this. You know, it's just remarkable how you support Mother. Now, a lesser man would have said, yes, indeed, it is remarkable. I'm quite amazed with myself. But that was not Daddy's way of saying it. He was said, and this is a wonderful quotation that I remember every time I go to any kind of an academic conference. He said, well, Nick, you know what it's like, these academic affairs. Somebody has to bring the toilet paper. I remember that every time I give a speech. But Daddy's most remarkable term, I think, in talking about his kids, was his favorite term for all of us. Now, I hope nobody will be scandalized when I say what he used to call us. He used to call us, and I'm not going to say the B word, I'm going to say he used to call us little bastards. Now, that's a wonderful word in his mouth. But now let's think about what that word means for a minute. The term bastard means other paternity. Now, this is the stuff that has caused wars, assassinations, and been the plot for all sorts of miserable novels and operas. But in Daddy's term, bastard meant something very special. This was a word that only he could use to tell us that we were his. Now, it's interesting to think about how that happened. Jesus changed Simon's name to Peter, Saul's name to Paul. But Daddy changed our name to bastard, and we loved every minute of it. Which brings me to Mother. There's a phrase that goes around, something to the point that opposites attract. Now, I'm not going to claim credit for that phrase. I think most of you probably heard it before. And in this case, it's quite true. What we find in Daddy is a remarkable gift for subverting any monumental pretension. What we find in Mother, on the other hand, is the exact opposite gift, which is nonetheless just as important. And that is the quality of seeing everything as a monumental, cosmically important enterprise. Now, we know that this is true. Let's think about it. Mother doesn't just teach us folk dances that belong to the pioneers. Mother, rather, is the conservatrice of a tradition that is going to be lost if we do not do it. Now, this is a remarkable gift. It is the gift of casting things in a grand order and giving us a sense of destiny and importance that simply would not be there otherwise. We see this in the way Mother writes. Mother does not talk about "it is necessary." It is extremely urgent is the kind of phrase that she uses. So we have in Mother is a remarkable gift for emphasizing, underlining, stressing, and seeing things as part of a monumental scheme of which she is the sole proprietor, the one who sees things in terms that nobody else can exactly grasp. Now, it's interesting to see what this did to us as kids. At least in my case. I can't speak for the others. If anybody has any confessions to make, you can. On the one hand, we have a parent who imbues us with a sense of importance, a sense of mission, a sense of the importance of our lives, of what we have to do with them. On the other hand, we have a parent who is subverting all sense of unjustified self-importance. Now, in that good balance of two very different approaches to child rearing, I think most of us came out fairly well balanced. On the one hand, I think we were fairly well trained to be successful. On the other hand, I think it's undeniable that we hear the voice of our Father in our ear whenever we get a little bit too proud of ourselves. And for that, I'm very grateful to both of them and love them both very dearly. His eye is quiet as a mouse. He looked for a place to hide himself and all the roads were seen. And then he said to the birdie, I'll make a quiet street. So under the bed, the burglar crept and lay close to the wall. That door he was an old man's room and he looked up at the wall. He only found the money again as under the bed he lay. At 9 o'clock he saw a sign that made his hair turn gray. At 9 o'clock the old man came alive and died, he said. She didn't look under the bed. She thought
7 a.m.
Dr. Taylor?
Oh, her little eyes are open, honey. She's trying to open her little eyes. Oh.
Have you got a manual focus? Are you focused on it?
Yeah, I'm focused on her.
She's so cute.
Is she supposed to be face down?
Yeah. Hi. How are you, honey? Huh? You sure are pretty.
Look at her little purple finger. Look at her fingernails. Her
Yeah.
fingernails are long.
Look at her thumb.
Her fingernails need to be cut.
Look at her thumbnail.
Look at how long. Sun for a while until they kind of get used to it.
The
but she
light
seems
really
fine.
hurt her eyes at first. I had to shade her eyes
Oh,
before
really?
she'd open them up.
Look at how
She
cute.
kind of likes the sun, though. I can't believe how awake she is.
She likes the sun like her mom does.
Grandma's gonna like this movie anyway, huh?
Yeah, she will. Your mom will cry every time she looks at this.
This is going to be fun
See a little
to go up on the
This is my first
26th with the
granddaughter
baby.
anyway.
Oh, yeah.
She was so happy to have a granddaughter.
Oh, that's right. This is the first girl.
Hi, Jim. How's your hospital, Renee?